Okay, so last time I talked about this go-kart. This was red, but I just painted it green, and then it turned into a VW 1974 Beetle. That's electric. Too good. So it's nowhere close to stock. This is where the gas container should be. There's nothing there. I also, you notice some kind of weird wires here. That actually goes to my, pardon the roof here. That actually goes to the charge controller. So this is a 96 volt lithium iron phosphate or LiFePO 4 battery charger. So that goes all the way to the back part and then actually charges it. So in here is kind of like most of the small wiring stuff. This is of course the charging thing. And then here is the entire 12 volt system and some switches and stuff. Then the other nice part is that if we go on the right side of the car here, we can actually just plug into a 120 volt outlet. So just grab an extension cord, you can pretty much plug in wherever. So it's quite nice that way. Okay, so this is the back part where actually all the mechanics are. Here's the electric motor. This is an AC35 HPEV electric motor, and it comes with a controller. I actually upgraded the controller from a 6501 series, or a 1238-650-128-7601 series. So instead of handling like 500 amps, you can handle 650, which is actually quite nice. You have the contactors down here, which kind of turn the car on and off. And then this is actually the throttle. So that's 5K pot, 0 to 5 kiloohms, and it just kind of goes back and forth. So it's quite nice. We have some water cooling, which I'm going to show you along with the battery pack. So that's where this goes with the aluminum block behind the controller. Okay, so here's the interior. As you may have noticed, it's actually quite nice for being from 1974. Well, it's not from 1974. I recently redid it. So these seat covers are from J-Bugs, and they do some nice interior. And but they don't sell the foam. So we took apart a couch to make the foam actually, hold up. It's high density polyurethane foam, so HDPE. And that comes from a couch, so it's quite nice that way. The carpet is also from J-Bugs. I don't have it fully glued down because we're going to do some additional wiring stuff, but it's pretty much in there. And then the hardest part was actually the hood here, the ceiling part. Because you actually have to take out the front and back windows to get it to stretch properly, and it really likes to tear. So I don't know if you can see some of the back parts where it actually tore and I had to like do stuff, but it turned out just fine. So that's what matters. So yeah, the cool part is actually the panel here. So this is the original speedometer here. It goes from 0 to 100. We're going to be maxing out that 100 there. Keep in mind it has unleaded fuel only, so make sure you put your unleaded fuel in this thing. This is actually the whole indicator. So I'm going to turn on the car, and then you're going to see what it cycles through. Future improvements for this thing is to make it like kind of all digital and actually a screen, so you don't have to wait for it to cycle. So it gives you RPM, it gives you amps, it gives you voltage, it says motor temperature, controller temperature, that's your minimum voltage, and then that's your max amps. So that's how much you've pulled. Do not go by this battery gauge. This is fake. Don't go by this. Just go by straight voltage and you're good. So when we move over to our gauge cluster, this is obviously an aftermarket stereo. That's pretty normal stuff. But down here is where it's really at. So these are future switches. This controls the density or the luminosity for the radio. And then this is my golf mode and ludicrous speed. So I think things turn plaid once you get up there, but I don't know. It's kind of Spaceballs-esque. And this one does nothing, at least for now. Also, in the 1974 Beetle, these are lights, so you actually have to pull the lights in, which is pretty cool. And then if you pull on the lights and then turn it, it's hard to see, but this actually, there's a light here, so I'm gonna turn it off and then on. So that might change, but it works for now. So yeah, that's pretty much the gauge cluster, besides the emergency lights and the obviously non-working air slots, which never worked from the beginning. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm in the back seat of the Beetle right now. Very spacious. And over to your right is the battery pack. So the battery pack is actually behind the front seat, or behind the back seat, sorry. And then this is the water cooler. So this is actually a PC water cooler, that XSPC. You can actually just buy that straight up. So anyway, so you got the battery pack, which is 96 volt. There are 32 cells here, and then we actually have the main disconnect is right here. So if you're running any problems or you gotta do some service and maintenance, this actually completely separates and will cut power between the main battery pack and pretty much everything else. So as you can see, I have a nice headlight here. This is what happens when you actually have proper 12 volt to the the headlights. If you look over to the left, this is not 12 volt properly running to the headlight. So that's why it's strobing. I have a part on order that is actually replacing the lead acid battery. That should get here in a couple days. These are all LED though. These are LED, this one's LED, and actually the headlights are actually LED, so that's why they're a bit different.
You can really hear the motor.
Yeah, and then
that's about it.
Then when you switch gears, then it goes back down.
Thinking that whirring sound, that's about it.
Because you're at the top of the power band. So that's why. Going around the block. Okay, ready for some intense regen braking? If I can get it into first. Ready? Oh yeah. That's all regen. I had to do that because they were staring at me.
So what's the improvements that you want to work on?
There's the gauge cluster in the front. I need to do that. The replacing the lead acid battery, that's actually next because I have that part on order. Or it's coming. It's actually coming straight from China. And then I'm replacing the battery pack in due time, but I don't really need to, so I'll get there.
And this has become your daily driver?
Yeah, it's been my daily driver for like 4 or 5 months now, so.
Pretty good.
Yep.
So have you tested maximum range on it?
Oops.
Highway driving, anything like that?
Well, my current battery pack on highway doesn't really get up to speed. Like, I can get up to like 50, but it'll only hold that for like 10 minutes. So, yeah, probably best not to.
But maybe after the upgrade.
After the upgrade, I'll be going on the highway.
Yeah.
I'll know some real data there. But I have good data now. I've actually smoked this battery pack and it's still working. So I think I've run it low like 6 or 7 times, which is really bad. So I bet you I'm at 35 amp hour instead of what it should be, which is 40. The nice part is you can start it out of 4th gear. You can be within whatever gear you want, really. So we might start in 4th gear just because you're like, yeah, it's way different. Yeah, regen braking is different with whatever gear you're in, so I'm going to throw it down to golf mode, which gives me double regen braking, and then do the brake, because that makes me so I never actually have to use the mechanical brakes ever. So yeah, I should never have to replace the brakes in this thing, which is nice. So let's, we're going to go into 4th gear, which we're already in. And then we're going to start in 4th gear, so I'll show you first, if it wants to be there. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th. So we're going to start in 4th.
No problem.
Nope, not at all. If it was a normal car, it would totally like stall the motor if you did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. Bumpy, bumpy.
Cool.
That's it.
You want to show the charging?
Yeah, I'll show the charging. Oh, it helped if I turned off the light. Okay. So if you don't want to go out the little plug thing, you can just plug it in wherever. Plunk.
Just a standard cord.
Standard, normal stuff. And then I flip the switch because I'm paranoid of it blowing the breaker, and then you get a nice little voltage reading on it. So once it gets up to 117.5 or 117.6, then it's fully charged, and then it goes back down to like 110, because that's the float voltage. So anyway, so that's it.
Cool.
Okay, so if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and if you want to share on Facebook, I don't care. I just don't care. This is awesome. I just don't care. It's amazing. Yeah. That's all I got. What?